What is up, guys? Brandon here from BDPHD, and this is a very special video because I have just received my new computer in the mail. It is a massive box, guys. Hand for scale. So basically, this top box is my super cheap Acer monitor that I just got. It was only like 90 bucks, so I'm not really expecting a whole lot from it, but it looks pretty good. It has good reviews, and the computer is a Dell Inspiron. I'll have the link to everything in the description. But basically, it's the All-AMD Dell, and it was on sale for $650. I believe normally it's like $820 or something like that. So it was a really good buy, and I just had to jump on it. I was originally going to get the HP Omen when it was on sale for $620, normally around $820 to $900, but they took the sale off before I had a chance to get it, so I wasn't able to get that. But I have this Dell Inspiron, and I'm going to unbox it for you guys and give you my first impressions. Start with, can you see my whole face? Is it cut off? I feel like it's cut off. Alright, that should be a little better. So I'm going to start off by unboxing the computer, and then I'll open up the monitor. And again, the monitor was about $90 on Amazon. It is an Acer SB0 series, and the Dell was around $650. I got that from Office Max, or Office Depot, Office Max, something like that. So let's grab a knife. Oh yeah. Alright, now let's unbox this baby. It's like a massive box. Ooh baby, there's a lot of stuff in here. Let's get this up close. Alright, so here right on top we have the keyboard. Looks like just a regular average Dell keyboard. I'll open that up in a minute. And then looks like this is going to be the mouse. I already have a mouse. This is just a super cheap basic Dell mouse. And we've got the power cord. And under that is where the good stuff comes in. Also, we have a manual. Don't need that, just going to check that. And here we go, guys. This is the real deal right here. This is going to take some work to get out of here. Oh man, that is heavy. Wow. Alright, hopefully you guys will be able to see that pretty good. Not exactly sure how to do this. Alright, here it is. Man, that is really heavy. Looks like there's some plastic on the front. It looks sweet. I'm loving that look, guys. Check out the side as well. I'll get you guys some B-roll once I turn it on, so that'll be sick. And as you can see here, it does say Ryzen 5. Alright, so now I'm going to quickly open up the keyboard and mouse just to show you guys. I'm not actually going to use the mouse. I'm going to use the keyboard for now until I get a better one. But here is the keyboard. Oh, whoops, I totally opened that wrong. It actually doesn't look too cheap. It looks pretty nice. Full-size number pad keyboard. It actually looks pretty sweet. I mean, of course, it's just a mesh keyboard. Doesn't sound that great, but it'll do the trick, so I dig it. And next we've got the extremely cheap, crappy looking mouse. Terrible mouse. I'm not even going to use this one. I might plug it in just for kicks, but that's about it. So here we have the mouse. And looks pretty sleek. Doesn't look, I mean, it looks kind of nice, but I mean, it's just a 3-button scroll wheel, just average mouse, so nothing special about that. And of course, we've got the power cord, but I'm not going to open that just yet. I'm just going to wait till I open the monitor, which is going to be up next. Alright, up next we've got the Acer SB0 series. I don't know if I said that right earlier. It is a 21.5 inch Full HD panel IPS, and it is an AMD FreeSync compatible monitor, so that's one of the reasons that I got it. It was only 90 bucks, so it was super cheap, affordable, decent monitor with good reviews. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. Alright, we got some stuff here on the side. Interesting unboxing experience here. Here we've got the stand. Looks like there is some assembly required. And then this is the panel itself. Another reason I liked this was because it had a very slim bezel on the sides. The bottom bezel is a little big, but the side bezels are absolutely tiny. It's actually really light too, and look how thin that is. Like, that is crazy thin. Alright, I'm going to put this together off camera because you guys really don't care about this. It's nothing special, so I will be right back. Alright guys, so I have my temporary setup here. The monitor sadly did not come with a piece that I needed for the stand, so I had to use some old makeshift thing to hold it up for now until that piece comes. So sadly, I'm not going to have the stand ready and working, but everything else is fine. I'm about to plug in the computer and we should be good to go until then. Of course, this is just a temporary setup for now until I get all the pieces set up and where I want them to go. I'm not sure if this is where I'm going to want the computer to go or monitor or, you know, whatever. So I'm just going to set it up for now and give you guys my first impressions, and then we will call it a video. Alright, here we go. Should be working. Just gotta press the power button. Fans are spinning. Blue ring light is turned on. Alright, the monitor is now on. Alright, so I've had this computer for a few days now. I've been able to download some applications and programs and really test this thing out. And overall, this computer is a really great buy, especially when it's on sale for only $650. Although I will say it is heavily gaming oriented, so you're not going to be able to do things like video editing or things that require heavy CPU usage as well on this thing as you would on a more higher end computer. This does have a pretty high end graphics card, so you are going to be able to get really great gaming performance, but it is going to dwindle a little bit in the form of CPU and RAM, as it only comes with 8 GB of RAM and a decently low budget CPU. And as for gaming, things like Fortnite will run at around 70 FPS on ultra maximum settings. I haven't been able to test a whole lot of games because since I just got this computer, I don't have a whole lot of computer games, but that gives you a really good idea about how it will perform with other games. So it'll at least have 60 FPS on high or maximum settings on every AAA title. Now, as I said a minute ago, video editing isn't the greatest on this computer. It does lag, especially when you do color grading. You can definitely tell a difference between when you're not color grading and when you are color grading. And that's just with 1080p video. I just have a 1080p monitor. I'm sure it would perform much worse with 4K video with color grading on as well. So you're definitely going to want to stick with 1080p video editing with this. You could technically do 4K video editing, but I wouldn't really recommend it as it still lags even without color correction with 1080p video. Also, I will say when I'm downloading things and playing games and stuff like that, it's fairly loud. I mean, it's not noticeable if I have my earphones on or if I'm playing music or something, but if I'm just in a quiet room by myself and I'm playing a game or downloading software or something like that, it's decently loud. I'll bring the camera over and show you guys how loud it is. One really nice thing about this computer is that it's super easy to upgrade. The panel is super easy to take off as well, as all you have to do is take out 2 screws on the back of the computer, and then you can just slide the panel off using a little latch on the back. And then once you get inside, you can see that there's one exhaust fan, and then there's the CPU fan. You've got the graphics card right here. Not a whole lot to see. There's some blue LEDs that are really nice to give your computer a gaming touch. But other than that, that's really about it. You can see also there is expandable RAM slots right here. There's 8 gigabytes of RAM, a 1 card 8 gigabyte slot here. I believe it's 2433 megahertz, something like that. I'll put that on the screen to see how fast it is. But then there's an extra slot right here for you guys if you want to expand the memory. So overall, this computer is a really great buy for $650, although I'm not sure if I could really recommend it at its regular price of around $820, as it does lack a little bit in video editing and CPU processing power. And again, I'll have the full list of specs in the description below, so if you guys want to check that out, it'll be listed there for you. I'll also have links to the computer as well as the monitor that I'm using in the background here. If you guys want me to do a video on the monitor, I would definitely do that. Just hit that like button to show me some support that you want to see that video on this monitor, as it is a really great monitor for the price of only 90 bucks. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, hit that like button. Also consider subscribing, as it does really help me out and keep me going, making more videos like that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.